I will be showing you how to build a complex and professional real estate agent. And why do I say it's complex and professional? Because whenever we give it some metrics, so let's say location, here the minimum price, maximum price, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, then it gives us really sophisticated information, really complex. And at the end, also it sends for us the report via Gmail. So this is the report nicely formatted, as you can notice, with the best actually deals to take. And also this is the Google Sheets, and look how many metrics we've got inside. So let's say cash on cash ROI, price per square feet, monthly cash flow, along with just more basic information such as the address, here the price, living area, and a lot of more. So again, in this video, we'll be creating this specific real estate agent. And again, it will be so powerful. Watch this video to the end because it may be for you very helpful, like having your very own real estate agent is something quite cool. So with all that being said, let's build it from scratch. But before we get started, simply let me show you how it works. So I can click on execute workflow and then my form appears. So I need to provide the location. Let's say I would like to pick, I don't know, Las Vegas. Then what I do, I pick the status, which is for sale in that case, minimum price. I've got, I don't know, maybe 300,000. For the maximum price, it can be 400,000. Okay. Minimum number of beds, 3. Minimum number of bathrooms, let's say 2. And there I just need to select my options. So yeah. Multifamily, yes. I can click on submit, and then what it does, it searches, it triggers our HTTP request, and now we've got 41 items. It goes to the code that actually calculates for us more additional and advanced metrics. Then what we do, we go ahead to our agent that actually sends an email to us with the summary on our Gmail account right here. And at the end, we just save our data inside Google Sheets. So it should appear right there soon. So let's wait. Yeah, we can see we've got our statistics. So yeah, all of the metrics we wanted to have. When I scroll my spreadsheet to the left, I can see that all of the properties are for Las Vegas. So we have actually, 41 different properties. We have like very sophisticated metrics, so you can even see like here. So maybe this automation doesn't look that complex, but still like you have all of these metrics that are pretty advanced. Even I can say I use ChatGPT to help me build this automation. I mean, the code node that calculates for us additional things. So what I mean, some properties for me even are unknown. But for someone who is interested in, real estate, it should be great. I mean, like previewing all of the statistics that are advanced, everything in one place. And again, we can actually find the best deals, even send to us the detailed summary whenever we want, within seconds, about any location and metrics we want. So right now, let me guide you through how to build this workflow. And I can say it won't be that easy. We'll handle it, but again, it's not the easiest automation. So let's start with the trigger. And for that purpose, we'll be choosing our form. So form submission. And now on a new n8n form event. And we'll be picking actually, firstly, our form title. So it will be real estate. Let's say form. So now, please provide all your metrics to get the best real estate deals. And for this purpose, we are adding form elements. So the first element will be our location. It's the text. We can require the field. The second element will be the status. The element type of it is drop-down list. And here we've got different statuses we can use. However, for this video, we'll be using only one. So I've got for sale. And now the option needs to be actually this exact text for the purpose of further steps of this automation. It needs to be this because it's like the static value. We've got more elements, I guess, which are for rent probably, or and other one more, I guess. But later I will show you that in the documentation. But for now, we can just provide a static value. So the user needs to pick for sale. We can add another element. So what we have is the minimum price. Minimum price. We just require from user to provide a minimum price here. Next thing is maximum price. We can require the fields. Minimum price of bets. Minimum, actually not price, however, number of beds. The same thing will be with bathrooms. Next, what we have, sort selection. So again, it's actually the static value we'll be using later. So for that case, we've got drop down list. And now the option, which is price A. We can require the field. Then what we do, we have our multifamily. So we just ask, okay, is it multifamily or not? And we have also drop down list and the first value, which is true, and the second option, which is false. Require field. And for now, I can say that's everything. So let's preview what we have. Real estate form, location, status, minimum price, maximum price, minimum number of beds, like minimum number of bathrooms, sort selection, multifamily. So that's everything actually. Also, if you build this automation later, you can experiment with minimum square feet or so, or other metrics. However, for this specific case, we'd like to only provide these variables, I mean these options. And now to actually start our automation, we need to provide some data. So for the test, we had Las Vegas, and for that case, maybe Miami. For sale, minimum price 400,000. The maximum price will be, let's say, 550,000. Minimum number of beds 3. Minimum number of bathrooms 2. And yeah, let's pick multifamily true. Let's click on submit. Perfect. And now even what you can do, you can, if you wish, you can just disable the append n8n attribution. It's your choice. However, I've got it. So we've got our step fulfilled. So our form. The next thing is to go ahead to HTTP request, and we'll be connecting with our application that will search for us the best deals, actually our locations. So it will be great. It will give us in return a lot of details, like really sophisticated, really complex. So it's not that the automation, I mean, it's not the simple automation that returns for you only the most basic data. However, I mean the most sophisticated information, so you have everything inside. So for that case, I mean, I will be using the application, which is Rapid API, that allows me to connect to the tool we'll be using. So it's called Zillow. So simply, if you need to log into Rapid API, then what you do, you search here the Zillow, and now you pick this specific icon. So we've got Zillow, like this icon of the house. And for that case, what you need to do, right here, you will need to start your free trial or so, but you've got it for free. I mean, you've got 30 searches per month when it comes to it. So simply, after you do this, you will have your API key to copy right there, along with this specific text you need to provide. So X Rapid API dash key. And that's great. You can use it totally for free. So just log into Rapid API, search for Zillow, and it allows us to get really great data, I mean sophisticated. So if I go here to example response, you can see we've got home status, like price for HTTP, price, city, country, currency, a lot of data again. Like you can go here and just preview a lot of items, and that's really cool. So this API is very solid. So for now, I need to provide my URL. If I go back to Zillow, right here at the right side, when we click on code snippets, we can find the request, which is get. So this is the method we'll be using. That's why we've got get. And now we have our link. So it's simply like this. So Zillow 56.p.rapid API. So we can just copy only this specific part. And now even we can remove the polygon. So just do it by this way. And also in the instructions I've prepared for you, you've got the same URL you will be using. And that's great. And also you have all of the parameters we'll be using with this HTTP request, authentication, but I will show you everything step by step. So for the authentication, we are using generic credential type. Then we pick header authentication, and now we add new credential. For the name, we pick X Rapid API key. We provide it here, and now for the API key, we pick this one, and we click on save. After it's done, we can close the window and then send query parameters. And we'll have a lot of them. So we've got actually 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 parameters. We'll have 8 parameters. And yeah, you've got everything explained right here in this file. So the first parameter is location, then status, price minimum, price maximum, and a lot of more. So let's dive in. First, you've got the location, and we just provide the location. The next parameter is status, and we provide a status. The next parameter is price minimum. So you have it here, and you need to exactly provide the name. I mean, it's the static stabilized value. So if you don't provide this specific name of the parameter, it won't work. So we need to have exactly price minimum, price maximum, bets minimum, baths minimum, and so on, okay? So we've got price minimum. We pick minimum price. Then we've got price maximum. Price maximum. We have number of bets. So it was bets minimum. Then we have buffs minimum. Perfect. What we have else? Sort selection. Sort selection. Let's make sure if it's the proper name. Okay, sort selection. And the last one is multifamily. So let me even copy it. Is multifamily. So sort selection is multifamily true. And we are ready to go. So even I can rename it as search for deals. Let's execute the step and let's wait. Hopefully it performs as I want. Okay, so empty location polygon field. What happens? Okay, we need to again execute the workflow. So let's execute it. Miami, status for sale, minimum price 400,000. We had 550, I guess. 3, 2, price, true. Let's click on submit. So now it should give us the one item. However, with multiple locations. So wow, just look on the list. So we have one item with multiple locations. That's really great. And okay, so next, after we have our elements, I mean our deals that are inside one item. So we can look here. We need to separate them. For this purpose, we'll be using split out node. Split out node. We drag and drop results and we execute the step. So we have 41 items. We have 41 items and that's correct. The next thing, what we want to do is to expand our metrics. Because let me show you. When we move on to this HTTP request, we've got the result 0. And now we've got the bathrooms, bedrooms, city, country, currency, like everything needed. We have latitude, living area, longitude, price, like state, unit, like everything. However, we don't have the statistics such as what we have here: price reduction, closing costs, down payment, loan amount, like mortgage payment. Like we want to have something just more, okay? And for that case, we'll be using the code node. So let me add the code node. And then simply what I do, I go ahead to my instructions and I created this code node with ChatGPT, okay? I created it, and then you can see you've got insurance rate, like property tax rate. And this code is complex. I mean, it does crazy things. So it expands our metrics. You can read it. However, I provided it here for you, so we can just use it. Let's click on copy and provide it right here. So when I run my code, it works, but I can see right here I forgot about one very important step, which is edit fields. Because look, we've got variables that are not, I can say that are not required, that are just unnecessary, such as, I don't know, maybe longitude. What we have here should highlight. I mean, like we've got some specific variables that are really not necessary for us. So for that case, we would like to insert here the edit field and only get the fields we just want to have. So for sure, let's just pick our fields. And the first one will be our address. So yeah, we can just go ahead here, pick address. And what I want to do is to take here just a few variables. And the first one will be address. Where do I have address? So this is the street address probably. Yeah, this is the street address. Then I want to have the city. So I have Miami just after the space. So I've got here like the code, the city. Right away, what I want to have is the state. Okay, the state. So state. Yeah, the state. Then what else? Zip code, maybe. Zip code. Remember about the space. And lastly, country. Yeah, country. So I have the country and we have the code, Miami, Florida. Yeah, the zip code, USA. So that format, yeah, fits for my needs. Okay. The next thing we want to drag and drop, because also we can drag and drop these specific variables and set them up automatically, is home status. So it's for sale. Then what we'll need is home type. What next? We have the size. So we want to have the total size and the living area. So for the total size, what we can pick? Lot area value. This is the total size. So total size. And now even provide here the unit. So we've got square feet. And now you can notice actually we've got it highlighted on red. And that indicates that not all of the deals like have this variable fulfilled. Sometimes they just have null value inside. So that's why we've got red value right there. Even if I look on my previous runs, so I've got the total size. So you know it's sometimes even a rare situation. So here I've got only the one total size. But here, okay, I've got it. So also we've got acres, not square feet. That's why I provided the unit. So you know, at not all of the cases we've got it. Like yeah. However, for living area, we have in 90% cases, Like I can imagine like finding a house and don't knowing about living area, about the metrics. Um, so yeah, let's provide living area, and now what we can pick, living area, and then that's cool. Okay, we can just leave it, or even we can just type square feet. However, be aware of getting the deals where you have, for an example, acres. So maybe it will be more safe to don't provide it. The next thing what we wanna add is price. So let's pick the price. Where is the price? Okay, we've got a price. Let's provide it. The next thing we want to add is tax assessed value. And you can even ask, all right, but why exactly these specific fields? And the answer is I asked ChatGPT which ones are the most proper for us. So it gave me like all of these fields. And I agree. I checked it, I double checked it, and then yeah, we don't have like, for an example, we don't want to have like the longitude of the property, like maybe days of Zillow. Like for what do I need this metric? Of course, if you wish, you can add it on your own, but it's your choice. Okay, let's move on to back to our variables, our metrics, because we've got a lot of them, and there are a lot left. So after the tax assets value, we have our estimate. So let me pick estimate. Then what we do, rent estimate. Rent estimate. After price reduction. So we've got price reduction. Perfect. Then we have bathrooms, obviously important. After the bathrooms, we've got bedrooms. After it, we've got the variable which is non-owner occupied. I guess it's also really important. And the last three parameters for now are these. So is preferred closure auction. Then we have Premier Builder. So we want to check it. And lastly, showcase listing. And that's it. Okay. So pretty long list. However, after we do this, we just execute the step. We have data cleaned without any problems. So right now we can just run the code node and get our specific data. So we've got here, as you can notice, like really expanded list of specific metrics. So we've got like total monthly expenses, monthly maintenance, monthly insurance, property tax, mortgage payment, and that's great, annual cash flow. Also remember, you can customize this code. So we've got it inside the instructions. Maybe you need other metrics to be like calculated, customized. Like, I asked ChatGPT to create it and it gave me something like this. So feel free to do this. I think like these values are really, advanced. But again, if you would like, you can customize this specific template, automation, and whatever you want. So after the code, we will have two paths. The first path will be to saving that inside Google Sheets. So simply what we do, we append or update row and sheet. And now the point is we do append or update row because, like, imagine the following situation. We search for some houses and then it repeated some record, okay? So we've got the same record. So in that case, we want to update the row, not append the new row, and just avoid duplicates. So we just pick the operation which is append or update row, not append row. It would work, but simply, we want to be more precise. For the document, I've got real estate deals, and also I've got for you the template. So if you go right there, probably right there, you can just copy it. You've got the template. You can click on file, make a copy, and have everything right there. And now there's the best part. We need to pick the sheet one, and we'll be mapping the column which is address. So it will check based on the address. And now everything we need to fulfill: address, home status, home type, total size, living area, blah, blah, blah. So now I will fulfill all of the variables for you, and yeah, I will be back soon. So simply I've done all of this, so pretty long list. Let's execute the step and preview if it fulfilled for us the rows. Yeah, so we've got our deals right here. That's great, it works. Great, so 41 items. The second path for us will be to send our summary via Gmail. So firstly, we pick the aggregate because we need to actually pick 41 items. And now what we do, all item data, we've got here data, all fields. Let's execute step. So everything is here inside. So we've got data 0, data 1, so all of the metrics. And the next thing will be to pick our AI agent. So our agent will manage to do this, manage to do all of the stuff. We pick the model, which is ChatGPT model. For tool, we'll be using the calculator that will help it to calculate some things. And also we'll be using the Gmail. And now what do we do? We send the message. We use AI to define this parameter. Actually, no, not this one. We want to send it to us. So we just provide our static email. However, for subject and message, we want to just use AI to define it. But what's important is our prompt we'll be using. So I've got this prompt, which is sophisticated. Let me show you what's inside. Okay, so you're a seasoned real estate investment analyst. Each day you will receive a JSON array of property records with fields such as address, home status, home type, size, price, like all of these fields, okay? Even let me delete it, like, yeah. So you will receive. The input is available as, and now what we do, we just take the data right here. So you can notice, like even what we do, we use the stringify. So we provide the JSON stringify, JSON data. So we just say, okay, send it in a string. That's correct. Okay, so we just take this specific variable, this code, this JSON object. Your task, write a short one-sentence summary of the overall real estate market sentiment. List the top 3 properties ranked by cash on cash ROI and for each show. Address, ROI, monthly cash flow. Like, yeah, you can read this entire email, like this entire prompt. You can customize it, but for now, yeah, we've got everything needed for here. And what we can do, we can execute the step. So let's execute the step and see if it works. So simply, I hope it should like send us an email. Let's wait. Okay, so after a while, it sent to me an email. So I'm very curious what we get. Let's move on here. And now maybe let's refresh. Do we have, yeah, we've got the new email. So market sentiment summary, top 3 properties by cash on cash ROI, top properties by cap rate, properties with negative monthly cash flow. So we've got the information what to avoid, portfolio wide averages, suggested next actions. Also, we've got this append option inside our Gmail, so we can just simply add option, append row, just disable it. Great. So by this way, we created our automation from start to finish. And we had only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different nodes, but it wasn't that easy. I mean, like, maybe this automation looks easy and simple to create. However, it took some time, it took some effort. And obviously, like the code node, for an example, is really, really long. Instructions for this AI agent are also like prepared comprehensively, I can say. This specific node also is really long, so it wasn't that easy. However, we managed to do this. And now we can click on save and test out our automation. So actually, also what's very important, this automation, I mean, this HTTP request, so Zillow, works only for USA. But I've got for you solutions. So if I went to ChatGPT, I asked to give me some specific APIs for different locations. So Zillow API works only for USA. Here, Zoopla works for UK. Idealista works for Spain, Italy, Portugal. Property Finder for UA, Qatar, or other location, other region. And here even Data Rapid for global. If you go to Rapid API and you find, let's say, Data Rapid, let's see if we have. We've got something like Data API, but for now, maybe let's see Idealista. So Idealista, yeah, we have it. So actually, this is probably this one. If we go ahead to parameters, we've got location ID, location name, number, page, max, items, location. So yeah, you can just set it up. Remember, you've got different parameters, so you would need to change. Where do I have it? So you would need to have. So you would need to change like parameters inside here, right here. But still, you can do this. So we've got the entire automation. However, you need to just adjust it for the specific API and HTTP request. Also, I wanted to show you when it comes to the Zillow. Remember, you can provide other parameters. So where do I have Zillow? Yeah. So when you go ahead to parameters tab, you have parameters. So other parameters you can provide. A lot of them. There are many APIs that do many different things, and you have the list, which is this one. You can stop the video, make a screenshot or so, and then use it. Most of them, I can say, are inside the Rapid API. So let's pick, for instance, this one. So Relator. Yeah, we have it. So we've got Relator search, like a lot of it. You need to pick the proper one. For an example, maybe do we have something else? Really mall. Do we have something like this? Probably no. Okay. But the point is you can search for different APIs to connect. And then you can use all of the steps that are the same. But let's move on. Let's execute the step. And now maybe what we have, Boston. Let's pick an option which is for sale. Minimum price, maybe 200,000. And the maximum one, 400,000. Number of bets, let's say 2. Price, true. Click on submit. This automation is really simple. I mean, not simple, however, really fast. So like these steps are done immediately. But a agent is creating for us email template to send. Okay, so it sent it. Let's move on here. Refresh. Yeah, very nice. Really nice. Really nicely structured. And at the end, it saved the data here. So I can see Boston. Yeah, we've got Boston, Miami, Florida. Yeah, I can say that we've got it. That's great. So only, that's weird. We had only 2 items. However, maybe there are not houses in that price range. So maybe let me test out the other metrics. So I increased the price and now it's better. So we've got 17 items. And again, it works as we want it. For now, I can say thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This AI agent is really great. I guess in the course we didn't have it. Like, I mean, maybe if you're watching this course right now, we have more real estate agents. However, for the moment of recording this video, this is the first AI agent for real estates we have in the course. Though it's professional, very useful, and for sure you wanna have it in your portfolio. Again, thank you for watching, and as usual, I will see you in the next lesson.